Hello, I'm Sharon Scudder. I'm the current treasurer of Swasap. I wanted to give you a little bit of information in case you're interested in running for this position this year. First and foremost, I'd like to say that it doesn't take as much time as what you would think. It's very manageable. It's not a very difficult position to maintain. It's good for you, it's good for your students, it's good for your school, for you to participate and run and be a member of the executive board on the Swasap. Let's do a little timeline to kind of give you an idea of what is expected from you. At the conference, when you're elected Swasap treasurer, you become treasurer 30 days later. At that point, you and I will get together and we'll do a little treasurer training. We'll go over the software that we use, which is QuickBooks. We'll go over Cvent, which is our registration site. I have a flash drive that has all the forms, like the invoices, the receipts, things of that nature for you to use, along with other information that'll help you out. We have 4 board meetings a year. We have one in January, one in May, one in August, and one at the conference. The January and May board meetings are normally in Dallas, Texas. We arrive on Wednesday and we leave Friday about 2 o'clock. All expenses are paid by Swasap. Nothing comes out of your pocket if you get this position. Then our August board meeting is at the conference site, and then of course we have our last board meeting at the conference. You become treasurer 30 days after the conference. At that time, you and I will meet at my place, your place, whichever is convenient. Swasap will put all the charges for us to do a little treasurer training. We'll go over the software that we use for banking, which is QuickBooks. We'll go over Cvent, which is our registration site, PayPal, where we accept our credit card payments. And then we will talk about our debit cards. We have debit cards, the executive board does. The treasurer has a debit card, so you will have one. The president-elect, the president, and the past president, we all have debit cards for travel and such. Once a month, they will send you a debit reconciliation that you will go through and check with QuickBooks to be sure that those charges are correct. You do not have to reconcile the bank statement or anything. We have a finance chair who does that. You will be on the finance committee, but the finance chair handles that part of the banking. It's sort of a checks and balances. It kind of keeps you both on the straight and narrow. Right now, Ron Abel is our finance chair. He's awesome. We're hoping that he'll continue next year, and he's very, very helpful as you go through the process. So the first part of the year, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, monthly you'll be receiving checks from people who are still paying for the conference last year. You'll be making those deposits. Our deposits are made electronically just like a bank does. We have a machine that you can just run them through and they're automatically deposited, so you don't have to worry about mailing them in. You'll be writing checks for scholarships to students. At the board meetings, you need to bring the checkbook because there'll be a lot of travel reimbursements for individuals who have done travel. So you'll need to be writing them checks. Outside of that, it's really a pretty slow time. Doesn't take a whole lot of time out of your day to maintain those types of things. Come conference time is one of the times that you are busy more than any, but it's not, it's also manageable. Cvent handles everything. We register through Cvent. And Cvent is a program that you can run all your name badges, you can run reports on who's registered, who owes, who doesn't owe, everything through them. It's very easy to do. I've never worked with Cvent before, but it was very user-friendly. Same with QuickBooks. I'd never used QuickBooks before, but it's very user-friendly. It's very logical, and it's not anything that's very difficult to learn to do. At conference time, you will have to do registration for the conference. So far, the years have been fairly easy to do. Last year was my first year to do, and I think it went fairly smoothly. I didn't have too many issues that I had to deal with. There's student leadership in October. Traditionally, the treasurer has not gone to do registration, but I've requested to do that because I think it would go smoother if the treasurer could be there to do all the registrations and kind of just have one hand in the pot, so to speak. But outside of that, that's it. It's really not a difficult position. It's not a very time-consuming position. There's only that, travel to the board meetings. You do have the opportunity to go to policy if you would like. Swasap will pay for that. If you'd like to go to the COE annual conference, you can do that, and Swasap will pay for that also. So there are some benefits in that aspect of getting to go. Listen to COE, go to policy, speak with our representatives, represent your students. So there's some pluses to that. So I hope this will give you an idea of what it's like to be treasurer. I'm always available. You can call me at any time that you need to. It's 501-362-1230. I'd be glad to answer any questions or talk to you more in depth about what the treasurer position entails. Take the leap. Defy gravity, as they say. Jump in there. Represent your students. Represent TRIO. You'll be a better person for it, and Swasap will be a better organization for it. Thank you.